Which camera would give us the best picture on a Zoom call? My $1,000 Canon camera, my $300 Elgato webcam, or my $80 Logitech 920? Well, it's Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. This is part of a 3-part series I'm doing. The first was last week, so if you didn't see it, then you should go back and look at it. I talked about lighting and camera angles to improve your Zoom picture. This week we're going to talk about cameras like this, DSLRs, or digital single lens reflexes. If you have these sitting around your house, maybe you've had one for 10 years, you've got some lenses, let's hook it up to the computer and use it as a webcam. But why would you want to do that? Before we move on, I'd sure appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. Remember that? It really helps us make videos and continue on. So just hit the button and let's get on with it. All right. So let's talk about DSLRs, or digital single lens reflexes. Now, I just posed a question for you at the beginning of this video. I said, which of these cameras, or is it this one, or my Elgato webcam, or my Logitech 920, what would give you the best picture on a Zoom call? And the answer to that question is they're all the same. You're going to say, what? Yes. I had a panel of experts. We all had a Zoom meeting. I put all these devices to the test, and these are experts, people working in the business, and they could not tell the difference. And the reason for that is because in a Zoom meeting, Zoom highly compresses the video quality. And so really it doesn't matter too much which of these devices you use. So the most important way to improve your image in a Zoom meeting is through what I talked about in the first video, and that's lighting, lighting, lighting. Also, camera angles is important as well. So why would you want to maybe take one of these devices and use it as a webcam? Well, that's a very interesting proposition. First of all, I'm not suggesting you go and spend a lot of money buying this. And by the way, my wife wanted me to remind you, this is really her camera, not mine. So I didn't go and spend $1,000 on this. But if you did have a digital single lens reflex sitting around, you've got some lenses, you know how to use it. These are great devices to help improve your image. Now today we're going to talk a little bit about some new terms for you. The first term I want to talk about is vlogging. Now what I always thought vlogging is what the British Navy used to do to you, but that's flogging, right? So it's different. We're not talking about flogging, we're talking about vlogging. Well, what is vlogging? Well, vlogging is V-L-O-G. Vlogging is actually creating digital content for social media. So if you take a camera like this and you're out and you're doing movies and you're putting them on YouTube or Facebook or social media, that is called vlogging. And that is one of the most common uses of these cameras today. And if you're doing that, we can show you how that you can start to improve your image. Now I'm going to give you a couple examples now of recently seen videos that there were some problems with cameras. And I want to point this out and show you how a camera like this could help you improve your image. So let's have a look at these captures. All right, this is a video comparing the Baratza Encore coffee grinder on the left with the Breville Smart Grinder on the right. This is a well done video. He did a good job preparing this and presenting his comparison. However, you will see that there was a lot of problems with the camera. If you look at the image right now, you'll see that his face is reasonably in focus, but of course the coffee grinder, particularly on the left, is completely out of focus. You can't even see the label, which is a big label right on the front. You can't read it. So let's just have a look as I play this video and see what it looks like. Now he's talking about the Baratza and discussing the differences between the two. So as you saw in the last video, the problem was one of autofocus. the camera kept focusing on his face, but left the two images in front out of focus, creating a poor camera image. Let's look at this next clip and see what happens. Now this is, again, it's a coffee. It's a different video, different person making this, and he's showing you how to clean the burrs out of a coffee maker. And I want you to watch as it's a well done video and he did a good job with it, but it's real obvious he's having trouble with the camera focus, particularly when he comes in on a close-up shot. So let's play the video and see what happens. Here he's discussing the burr and he's talking about how to clean this. And he's going to come in closer in a minute and he's going to show you a close-up here, and you'll see, of course, how he's having trouble focusing on this. And then he's going to talk a little more and he comes back again and is really out of focus. Both of these situations can be helped by using a digital single lens reflex camera because, of course, you have more versatility with your camera lenses. All right, this is Melanie Howe. She is a professional social media consultant and she often does videos for StreamYard. This is a clip that she recently did while on StreamYard, and I want to focus on how she's achieving this effect. So let's look at this image, and I'll play you the clip in a minute, but I want you to look at her face, and of course the color balance is perfect. She also has a black shirt on, which of course accentuates her face because she wants us to see her face as she's talking. Now in the background you'll see that it's a bit blurred. And she does this by using, of course, the depth of field feature on a DSLR camera. She, of course, has a subdued background with some color, and it allows her to stand out as she's doing her show. So you see, as she's talking, of course, we focus in on her face because it's all a dark background. Now, she does this by using a DSLR camera. It's actually a Sony. It's actually connected to her computer through an HDMI cable and a video capture card. And we'll talk a little bit about that in a minute. All right, a lot of the solutions can be found in using a DSLR camera. What is a DSLR camera? Well, it's digital. If your camera uses film, you're out of luck. But mostly these cameras over the past 15 years are digital. In other words, there's no film in them. So that makes it easy to connect these to your computer, and it is very easy to do. Recently, all the camera manufacturers have gone back and provided software that allows older cameras to be connected to your Zoom meeting or be connected to the computer. The example I'm going to give today is with Canon, and they have created, it's called EOS software that will go back and it will allow you to connect your camera to your computer. This is available free of charge. I'll put the links to the Canon website and you can go and just download the software onto your PC. These cameras all have two output ports. One is USB, the other is HDMI. We're going to talk now about the USB. So the camera will come with a USB connection, and you just connect. It's usually a mini USB connection to the standard Type A connection onto your computer. So once you do that and you connect your camera, it will automatically find the software. So when you go to your Zoom meeting, you just choose the camera called EOS, and your camera will be connected. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. Okay, let's go over to the Canon website and we're going to go to software drivers. From there we're going to put in the camera's name, which is going to take us down to the software for the camera, and we'll see that of course there is the EOS webcam utility, and we just click on this, download it, and install it. This will allow you to connect to your Zoom meeting. Now a new feature you'll see on new cameras made for vlogging is the term mirrorless. This is a new feature that occurs on cameras used for vlogging. However, remember, as I've just said, the older DSLR mirrored cameras can be used for connecting to your Zoom meetings. Now this is the camera that Melanie Howe used in her video. Now you can't actually connect an HDMI cable to your computer with the camera because it won't recognize it. So it has to go through what we call a video capture card. And this is the one I purchased from Elgato. You can find cheaper cards for around $30, but the quality is often variable. Now connecting your camera to your computer with HDMI is the preferred method because the USB connection is often slow and limits the data that can be transferred back and forth. Now, another term I want you to understand is called clean HDMI. When we start looking at these cameras, you really should be looking for a camera that will give you a clean HDMI setting. The reason for this is as you look through the lens on these cameras, you'll see a lot of control features that are projected onto the screen. Well, of course, we don't want that when we're recording our vlogs. So a clean HDMI setting will mean that those images will be gone and you'll get what you see on the computer screen. And that's called a clean HDMI setting. And that's something you should look for as you look for a vlogging camera. So if you have one of these cameras sitting around, give it a try. You'll get some great pictures. Please remember to like and subscribe, and don't forget to watch next week when we're going to talk about how to use your smartphone as a webcam. This is real cool. So please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in about a week's time. Ron Brown with Tech for Senior.